Good afternoon, this is Jeremy Williams with Sewer Line Check Professionals. I'm here at 167 South Westgate Avenue in Brentwood, and I am preparing to perform a video examination of the main sewer line. The main sewer line is the portion of waste drainage piping that is exterior to the structure. It lies underground and connects the building drainage system to the city's sewer, which is typically found underneath the street in front of the property. The building drainage system is the portion of waste drainage piping that is underneath or interior to the structure. This examination does not focus on the building drainage system. I'm entering into the line today from the main sewer line cleanout located on the right side of the property, right next to the electrical boxes at the front of the property that way. It's flush with the ground. The main sewer line here is made of material called cast iron. Cast iron is a metal pipe that does rust and corrode over time. Cast iron has an average useful design life expectancy of approximately 60 to 80 years. Its failure occurs after all the years of its rust and corrosion. The pipe walls will thin out to an unacceptable level whereby cracks and holes start forming in the piping. No test exists that can determine the remaining pipe wall thickness in any one area of cast iron. So it is impossible to predict when cast iron will eventually fail. Only that it will eventually do so can really be said with certainty. That being said, when cast iron has failed, there are indications, which I am not seeing. Additionally, as cast iron gets very near to failure, it will also typically show indications. Again, something that we're not seeing. Right here, we actually have this access point open. It's what's called a check valve. Some dirt fell into the line from the access point. This will flush through. Right here we are transitioning into what's called a lining system. Lining systems are a newer method of sewer line rehabilitation where a new pipe is installed within an older existing pipe. Basically, you create a fiberglass pipe that adheres and takes on the shape of the existing pipe. But once it's finished, it kind of becomes self-sufficient. It only uses the original pipe to form its shape. As lining systems are newer technology, they often come with warranties by both or either the manufacturer or the person who installed the lining system. Whenever we see a lining system, there's a couple of things we recommend. First, obtaining any permits on the lining system is helpful. Second, determining who installed the lining system and gaining any warranty information that's available is also recommended. Lining systems are non-jointed. It's one long section of continuous pipe and therefore should not be affected by root intrusions. Overall, it is a newer technology, but considered a good one. Like here the lining system ends and we're transitioning back maybe into a more original material. It almost looks like the lining system. It's hard to tell if those roots are growing in from behind it or where these roots are coming into play, but the roots are actually pretty substantial. One of the biggest benefits of a lining system is to not have to deal with root intrusions like this. Unfortunately, the roots are so severe that we can't even get past the area and we can't really see what's going on here. We can't tell where those roots are coming in from. If they're coming in through the lining system, it's an indication that some kind of failure has occurred. It would be odd, though, for a newer lining system to already have failed. It's also probably most likely that the roots are growing in just past this point, and they're kind of growing backwards into the pipe a little bit, making it look like they're coming in through a portion of the lining system. But chances are the lining system ends, and we're transitioning to an original material that's just root infected. So what needs to happen at this point is the line needs to be thoroughly cleaned. A full, thorough cleaning of the system should be performed using the Given the severity of roots, the hydrojetting method of sewer line cleaning, after the line has been thoroughly cleared, a follow-up examination is necessary in order to determine exactly what's going on in this section of the pipe. Given the severity of the roots, it's impossible to know the severity of what's going on here. At that point, there's two options really. One, it's typical root intrusions in a material that can allow for them, and it's a maintenance concern, something you want to clean on a more regular basis so they don't get back to the point in which they're currently at. The other possibility is that some form of damage has occurred here and that repair would be necessary, at which point recommendations for repairs would be made. Give you some ideas as to potential costs. I'm going to pause the recording for just a moment while I locate this area so we can get a feel for where we're at. It should be very close to the city sewer, I'd imagine, given the distance we've traveled. The pipe here is about, it's hard to say exactly, but anywhere from like 1 to 2 feet away from the city sewer from the looks of it. About 8 feet deep underneath almost the center of the street. So that's going to conclude the video portion of this examination. This is Jeremy Williams with Sewer Line Check Professionals. Thank you very much. Have a great day.